You are probably gonna think I'm trolling, but I guarantee you I am 100% serious. These are the characters that I want in Mario Kart 9. And I have reasons, so before you knock it, hear me out. It has been 10 years, a decade, since Mario Kart 8 came out on the Wii U. And the base roster for this game, it leaves a lot to be desired. The only new characters they added were the Koopalings, Baby Rosalina, maybe, if you count that. Let's be honest, this was dookie. They finally added some new characters to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and that was really cool. But we've yet to see a truly new Mario Kart game. So with Nintendo announcing their next console, I think it makes a lot of sense for them to be working on Mario Kart 9. So I wanted to explore. What's next? Who's next? That's what I'm going to do today. These are my top 10 most wanted characters in a Mario Kart 9. The pink puffball himself. A lot of people have been talking about the idea of a Nintendo Kart or Mario Kart turning into a Nintendo Kart, and I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like Mario Kart being Mario Kart and getting to play as these more obscure characters. But if they're going to do other franchises in Mario Kart, I feel like Kirby riding a Warp Star or an air ride machine would be a perfect fit. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the friendship breaking aspect of Mario Kart that makes me want Kirby, because he will smoke you and do it with a smile and celebrate by waving his little nubs in the air. Penguins. We'll talk more about the penguin. The penguin, he's been around for a long time. He doesn't have a name, he's just a penguin, but he's kind of iconic. Going back to Mario 64, the mama penguin and the baby penguin, and the penguin race. In Mario Galaxy, there was the whole planet that they inhabited, the penguin people. They've shown up all over the place. You know, they're even in Mario Kart as obstacles at times. Yes, a little generic, but I love this penguin. And I don't want this penguin, or this penguin, or this penguin. I want this dead-eyed, nothing going on in the brain penguin. And that's the kind of energy I want to have in Mario Kart. The less agency I have over my mind and body as a character in Mario Kart, the more I want to play as them. And the more I want to crash into everything and everyone. And he's cute. Now, Super Mario Sunshine is a game that gets a lot of hate, and I feel like it's a bit too much. You know, yes, it's janky, and there are parts of the game that are very hard and unfair, but the atmosphere, the vibes are immaculate. You play Mario Sunshine, you just get carried away into this tropical paradise. And the face of this paradise to me is the Pianta. I mean, listen, let them tell you themselves.
Welcome to the sun-drenched tropical paradise of Isle Delfino. We're so pleased to welcome you to our beautiful home.
I think Petey Piranha is the ultimate representation from that game. Bowser Jr. does not count. But Pianta is another one that you might not expect them, but you see them a lot. Like, they're in almost every Mario spin-off game, it feels like. I think it's possible. Not likely, but possible. Look, if we're talking characters from other franchises, especially when it comes to third party, there's only one man for the job, and that's the Pac-Man. Pac-Man has been in a Mario Kart game before, believe it or not. At an arcade, you may have seen these Mario Kart Arcade GP games. These are a series of arcade games that are made in collaboration with Namco and Nintendo. In these games, you can play as Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, even Blinky, along with some other Namco characters. There's even a Pac-Man Cup,
with a Pac-Man themed course that is really cool. Honestly, if they brought Pac-Man to Mario Kart, I would be super happy if they just remade this course and brought it to consoles.
And Namco helped make Mario Kart 8. Could they be working together again? Could they strike up a deal? He's just another one of those characters that he just fits. He just belongs. Like Kirby, I feel like they just belong. Maybe it's because they're round. I like round ones. I like round characters. Bring the pack back. Now, Mario Kart is a pretty diverse game. You've got the men, you've got women, you've got children, you've got Koopa folk, apes, whatever Birdo is. But you know what they don't have? Olds. Where are the old people? Because the way I play Mario Kart, I like to embody the character that I'm playing as. If I'm playing as Morton, I'm driving sleazy. If I'm driving as Shy Guy, I'm sneaking in there. But the kind of character that I want to embody the most is a senile old man. What do you do in Mario Kart? You bump into walls? You bump into each other? You throw things at each other? You yell at each other? You honk at each other? I want to be old. And Nintendo, don't tease me. You teased me with him a long time ago. All the way back in Mario Kart Double Dash. Toadsworth, I think, is the only character, maybe in any Mario Kart, that's been on a car, but not playable. A car that you can drive. You can drive the car he's driving. You can unlock that. But the old man, nowhere to be found. So bring the man back. Another one that is on a similar line of thought is Gadd. I want Toadsworth more, honestly, but same principle. I can still drive around like a lunatic. I like his voice. That would be fun. Overall, he would be a pretty fun pick. I know a lot of people are vying for Gadd. I just want an old man. I just want to be old. Let me be old. This mole. Monty Mole is a character that's had a little bit of a come up lately. He was never really playable before, but lately he has been in Super Mario Party, as well as being added to Mario Kart Tour. There's a few of these characters that have been introduced in Tour that I really want in the real game. Like, come on, just give us to him in the real game. Don't waste it on Tour. Give me the mole. Give me the mole. I want to see his eyes bug out when you hit him. I want to see him driving through Moo Moo Meadows, knocking out all the other moles. Monty Mole is just... I can relate to Monty Mole. King Bob-omb. He's made a bit of a resurgence lately. He went away for a while. First with the Mario Golf that came out recently. And again, Mario Kart Tour. I love that he's massive. I love that he has a massive mustache. I love that he could explode at any moment. My boy even made it into the Mario movie. Never would have saw that coming, but it was awesome. So I think Nintendo is recognizing the star power that King Bob-omb has, and I hope that they capitalize on it and put him in Mario Kart. I love Poochie. Take a second and look at Poochie. Look him in the eyes. Just listen to that bark. Just listen to it. Can you hear him? He's calling. He wants in. Let him in. Let the boy in. I swear, if you have
any malicious intent, any hatred in your heart for this precious ray of sunshine, there's something seriously wrong with you.
You're a monster and you disgust me. Poochie is just the epitome of happiness. I just love this little dog. It's the kind of character I would never expect to make it into a Mario Kart game, being that he's kind of obscure.
He's from a side series of games, the Yoshi games.
As soon as I heard that Poochie was in Mario Kart Tour, I thought, there's no character I want more than Poochie now. Realistically, that faded. But still, very much want Poochie. I want this four-legged creature operating a motor vehicle. Now these last couple characters are some of my dream picks. May not be likely. Neither of them have really had a resurgence. They may not have had a surgence to begin with. Pokey. He doesn't have arms. He doesn't have legs. I don't care. Goomba was playing baseball in 2008. Chain Chomp is playing tennis now. We're past this. We need more plant life in Mario Kart. We got Petey. I love having Petey. Pokey would go well with that. Have a couple plant folk. I don't know why. Maybe I just have an affinity for characters that are long and made up of balls. I can't think of any others but Wiggler. But I just like them. I like that they are long and made of balls. Let's go to number 1. Whomp. I want Whomp. Give me Whomp. Guys, Whomp has been beaten down. It's been a long road for Whomp. He's always been ugly. He's been beaten down, ground pounded to no end. He's got bandages on his back. He's made of stone. He's got band-aids on his back. His teeth are all shattered. Whomp has been abused. And I think it's time that we give him a little recognition for all that we've put him through. And I can hear you already. He's too big. You know who else was too big? But how am I going to see what's in front of me? How am I going to see the road? Are you scared? Are you intimidated by how large Whomp is? You can't handle it? Can't handle a little blocked vision? If Whomp made it in Mario Kart, I think it would make me sing. I think I'd be jumping up and down and singing and prancing around like a little child. I would be very happy to see Whomp make his playable debut. You know, I come to Mario Kart to play as the oddballs. What's the point of playing Mario Kart if I can't play as a giant cinder block? And I think it's fun to have a little extra challenge to it. Just a little bit less visibility.
I remember when I found out that Petey Piranha and King Boo were in Double Dash. It was one of my favorite moments ever playing a video game.
The surprise of not knowing that they were there was awesome.
And trying to look around Petey's fat head was part of the fun.
I see Whomp being a character like that. Character that you don't even know is there. You have to do some super hard tasks to unlock, but once you do, it's like, oh my god, this thing is ridiculous. Why is he driving a car? A good portion of my picks in this list have been characters that were in a Mario Party 8 minigame called Moped Mayhem. And it's only in the extras mode. In this game, it's like Mario Kart. You're racing each other, but it has all of these wacky characters in it. You've got Whomp in there, you've got a Goomba on a bike, you've got Bandit. And Whomp, his hands and feet, they don't reach anything. He just leans into his turns. I remember just going back to it over and over just because I loved imagining that this was real. That this is the future. This is the future of Mario Kart, where I get to play as Flutter. But ultimately, my dream would be for Moped Mayhem to become the next Mario Kart. I want Mario Kart Moped Mayhem. Make it happen, Nintendo. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate you checking out the channel. Let me know if you thought it was fun. And let me know, where do you agree with me the most? And where do you disagree with me the most? And what's your top 10? I'm curious to see what other people are thinking about this. All right. Bye. Just give me Whomp. That's all I want, Nintendo. Just give me Whomp.